At some point in every young boy's life, he dreamed of becoming the greatest fighter, or he dreamed of becoming the strongest man in the world. For some of us, we inherited this sport because boxing is a tradition passed down to us by our fathers, some of them who want to live vicariously through us. Truthfully, every man wants to have a son who will grow up to be his replacement. He wants to raise his son to be the man of the house, to be a provider, and be the protector of his family if anything were to happen to him. Hopefully his son will be ready by then. And so he passes down life skills and wisdom to him. He teaches him how to fix things around the house, how to use tools, and he lectures him about family values. And he must definitely teach him how to fight and defend himself. Not everyone who gets into the sport will win a title. Someone out there, right now, could have been the next Muhammad Ali, but he's forced to work a normal job because of things out of his control. As Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11 says, I have observed something else under the sun. The fastest runner doesn't always win the race, and the strongest warrior doesn't always win the battle. The wise sometimes go hungry, and the skillful are not necessarily wealthy. And those who are educated don't always lead successful lives. It is all decided by chance, by being in the right place at the right time. When a young boy steps foot into the gym for the first time, his expectations are high. Not everyone will become rich. But if he learns the craft and he takes care of his body and he stays disciplined and he stays out of trouble, he can still serve a purpose in this world with his skills. How does boxing glorify God? Should we, as Christians, watch this for entertainment or engage in any blood sport? Didn't Jesus say to turn the other cheek? This is a common objection brought up, and this is how we should address it. The verse states, if someone hits you on the right cheek, and this would require a backhanded slap with your right hand. In that cultural context, hitting someone with the backhand was considered a big insult. This was done to people perceived as inferior, such as slaves. So, by turning the other cheek, you're challenging the aggressor to strike you with his palm, making you his equal. Jesus is actually saying, don't repay an insult with another insult. In John chapter 2, Jesus flipped over tables and whipped people with cords at the temple due to the corruption, and because they turned a place of worship into a marketplace. And of course, one of the most controversial verses, and that would be Luke chapter 22 verse 36. And if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one. There is a legend that St. Nicholas slapped a heretic named Arius at the Council of Nicaea for denying the divinity of Christ. No evidence this happened, but it's interesting, because even back then, it was understood that we were never called to be pacifists. We're called to be providers. As 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8 says, but if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his household, he has denied the faith, and is worse than an unbeliever. For some of us, this is all we know. Not everyone is suited to be stuck with a 9-to-5 job. We come up with imaginary scenarios during training, such as imagining ourselves not being able to defend our brothers, sisters, or our own children because we were too tired. And that pushes us to run an extra mile, do another round of heavy bag, or do more lifting. If your family is ever attacked, do everything in your power to overcome those who wish to do them harm. Be the most violent practitioner of the sport that you can be. Don't be a bully. Defend those who can't defend themselves. But whatever you do, don't make boxing your everything. Nothing lasts forever. Even if you end up not having kids of your own, open a gym, pass your knowledge down to those who come after you. For some of these young people, this will be their only way to keep them out of trouble, or is their escape route from a crooked world they inherited. And for some, you will be the closest thing to a father figure they will ever get. Fear God and don't forget to pray.